What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Life at the Hamids. Today is an exciting day. This video is going to show you everything from our 2 raised beds to finishing off the paths, and it's going to be a dramatic change, as you will see by the end of the video. So the bed that we've already made, I forgot to record it, is from some leftover borders that I had in my house. So we put them together and made a bed, and we're just filling it out with some multi-purpose compost. So that's what we're doing. This year, it's one of those things where we're going to have to spend a bit of money filling up the beds, but then because we're doing no dig, I'm just going to have to, next year, it'll be cheaper, where I'll be just putting 1.5 inches or 1 inch of compost on top. And because it's our first year at the allotment, we weren't able to make any. So next year, I'm hoping that actually we won't have to buy any because there'll be some made already. So we're flattening it down and we're done on that side. Now, again, like the previous video where I made another bed, I've got some leftover decking and I'm just cutting it up and getting it ready. And I know I should be wearing protective gear. Everyone, when you're doing work like this, make sure you're wearing protective gear, because you do not want to get any injuries, and I'm not leading by example, as you can see. But what I did was I wanted a full-size bed, and we didn't have enough wood. So for the first year, we're just making do. While I'm doing that, Daffy is just clearing up the wood or the branches from the fig tree that I accumulated up when I actually pruned it, and she's getting it all cleaned up and ready. There's also some cuttings from the brambles and stinging nettles that I left aside. Everything that was compostable I put in, and we've got a recycling bag that we're going to basically fill up to get rid of the stuff that I don't want to put in the compost. So the bed's actually not taking that long. It was easier this time round because I didn't have to connect 2 pieces together, and just stopped off to help Daffy hold the bag and just get those last bits in, quite prickly and thorny bits that we're going to let the council come and collect. Finishing off the last bit and we're nearly done. If you haven't already, please remember to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to show us that you're enjoying the videos, and it really helps the channel and supports us and gives us that motivation to keep continuing to make videos. So I could tell that this bed needed some more compost because it had actually sunk down a little bit and leveled itself off. So just topping that up before I move on to filling the other bed. The ground was actually not that level on the new bed, so I had to just sort it out and get it all leveled up before filling it in. And I made a mistake. I forgot to actually sieve the compost of the weeds. So we had to just quickly do that. I had chucked it in haste, and then realised that I have to rake it all out and sort it all out. So Daffy came and she helped me just get the bits out after watering that bed to make that level off too and settle in. So that took a little bit of time just to sort itself out and just get those bits. As you can see, she's got a little pot because there was some bindweed in there, and we don't want that. That's a tricky one to get out and get rid of once it starts growing. So once we get our leftover soil in the bed at the bottom, the plan is to cover it up, because I don't want to fill it up with just pure compost if we had soil left over from digging up and tilling the allotment. So we level that off and time to put the compost on top. This one needed quite a bit more because we ran out of extra soil filling up the other beds. And I was using a rake at first, but I realised it's easier to just empty it and level it out with hand first, and then move on to leveling it off with the rake. So now that we're done, just watering to make sure everything settles down nicely, and I'm going to move on to putting in the bamboos for the pole beans that I plan to plant in that bed. So I didn't get the video, but here you can see the end product. I'm doing it in a block to see how it works. First time I've done it in a block, usually I do it in a row, and only time will tell how it comes out. So before we put the wood chip down, we're just de-weeding everything and making sure that everything's nice and clean. Now this wood chip is from the fig tree and the bay tree that I cut down and took home, shredded down and brought over. In hindsight, I think I should have separated the actual bay leaves. Because of the wind, they fly around and cause a mess, which I didn't realise till afterwards. So I'm just covering this with 1.5 inches or 1 inch of compost to get it nourished and ready to plant in. So I'll just quickly show you what it looks like as a closer look, but it's looking amazing, and Daphne and I are really proud of ourselves. Such a small thing, big impact. So let's carry on. Just finished the second path, and we're just putting about 1 inch, 1.5 inches of compost onto the tomato bed to ensure it's nourished and those tomatoes have a nice good chance of thriving, especially because I don't know how good the soil is, as it's our first year on the allotment. If you do have a garden, or if you have a balcony, whatever position you're in, I do recommend you get into gardening. It's so peaceful, it brings tranquility to your life, you keep yourself healthy and active, and it's just wonderful. So we're nearly done now, and everything's looking great. Time for a throwback. So this is when we first got our allotment and how it looked, and the progression's been so amazing. You can see we worked really hard, getting everything done, tilling everything up, and now we're in this position. Look at the biggest changes that you can make with some hard work and dedication. And you can see Daffy doing some exercise with the watering cans. But there you go. It's been such a wonderful time and experience. I hope you've enjoyed it and you've gained something from this video, all my videos. And I hope I've inspired you to do more and become more self-sufficient. As always, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Catch you in the next one.